Hola, welcome to Chisme About Life. Everyone has a story, and this is Chisme with Corazon. It's Raquel, and I am here to be straight up and uncut, raw, and off the chain. So, a lot of people grow up hearing that the United States is the greatest country in the world and the land of the free. But when you look at how things actually work, that doesn't always seem to match up with reality. We deal with over sentencing, lack of access to health care, people working multiple jobs to survive, a system that doesn't treat everyone equal. I'm not saying this to be unpatriotic, okay? I'm saying it because loving your country also means being honest about where it fails. You can't fix what you refuse to acknowledge, okay? And that's straight up. My channel is about talking openly about the things that people are scared to say out loud. So, yes. Um, it's mind blowing the things that they have deceived us about, or they have lied to us and made us. This goes all the way back into school. This is goes all the way back to school. You know, the textbooks. They've lied. I mean, about everything, and it's alarming because we sit back and there's a lot of people, and I'm gonna get in this kind of stuff because I I don't really talk about this on my channel, but I'm gonna talk about it. I feel like if you're not in your correct, state or whatever of being, to me, this is spiritual. This is all spiritual. Okay. And I don't talk about it much in my videos because I feel like you need to be either for God or not. And there is a God, there is a devil, regardless of whether a lot of people, want to think there's not, or want to, act like there isn't, like it's going to go away. There really is. And, you know, everything even points to God, to Yeshua, Yahweh. I'm sorry, I'm over here. My line's going 90 to nothing. But everyone wants to believe that there's not. And I'm here to say that you're all idiots because there is. And everything points to that there is. Everything points to that there is a God. I mean, not just because of the creation, not just because of the trees, the birds, the animals, not just because of all that. Every single thing points to that there is a God. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but you know what? There is. And like I said, I don't talk about this much on my channel because I feel that you need to be either with God or straight up you're either on the good side or the bad side. You can't be in between, you know. And I feel like I really don't have a place to talk about it, but I'm talking about it today because the more that I am seeing in this world, the more that I have to see this data center that's being built right down the road from me. It's this is crazy. And I'm over here telling myself, giving myself a note, a heads up, get your shit straight, get your life straight, because it's gonna come a time when you're either gonna go to heaven or hell, and that's straight up, one or the other. And I don't talk about that much because right now I would not be in heaven. I would not go to heaven, and that's straight up because of the things that I participate in through a daily, life. I'm not perfect. I don't try to be perfect, but I am not anywhere close to going to heaven if I were to die today or whatever happens. And that is very, very hard for me to say, but it's the truth. And it is scary, and it does bother me. But and like I said, I don't like talking about this because it's either you love your sin or you love God. Do you love sin or do you love God? There's no in between. And I am at the moment in life where I'm having a hard time with my walk with God, Jesus, whatever. I'm having a hard time with that because of the things that happen and that keep happening, and that it's just a bunch of stuff. But I know that every day I get reminded to where it is one, it's, every day is a blessing. Every day that we wake up is a blessing. How we choose to go throughout that day is up to us. And I can honestly say that it's been weighing on me lately to either go God's way, or to just stop altogether, and just go on about my life, which is worldly ways, and it would be the devil's way, and that's just straight up. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I want to talk about the United States, and it's not free. It's not a land of the free. We are, they're making cars that literally turn off on you if you're not doing something they feel that is right. Where are you in a free country when you don't have privacy anymore? You don't have privacy to anything, hardly. You are being forced and made, and really it is forced and made to go and work hours at a time with chump change, making chump change, and I'm talking about the people that are less fortunate, the people that are not, rich and famous and all this and that. I'm talking about regular people, that have to get up and work 9 to 5s every day to make ends meet, to bring food to home to their families, to pay the bills, you know, and it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's not free, because, and this is another clear sign, the data centers, whatever centers, come on now. Where did these people get off that they can just throw up these damn centers that are poisoning the water, killing off the wildlife? They're going to be killing off the people because some shit's going to come out of it. The radiation, it's going to, believe me, it's not going to be good. But where do these people get that it's okay just to throw up shit like that in people's towns and cities where these people live, where regular people live, without even telling them, without getting their point of views on it? Because this ain't just our one person's land. This is our land, the people. And see, another thing is the government don't work for themselves. They work for the people. They're supposed to. The police officers don't work for themselves. They're supposed to work for the people, taxpayers. These people are just thinking it's okay to buy up all these damn pieces of land to throw up data centers. Nobody's saying anything about it. Nobody's fighting this. That's why they think they can do whatever they want to us, because nobody is protesting about it for it to not to happen. Nobody's doing a damn thing but going along with it. But yet you do hear them bitching about it on Facebook or whatever, or TikTok. You hear them going on and on and on about, oh, well, they got this, and the data centers, do something. I mean, I'm down, but I'm not going to go. I can't do it alone. What am I going to change? Nothing. Protest outside these places. Go to city council, go to the city meetings. It might not do any good, but you never know. Complain about it. Complain. Make it obvious that you don't want this in your town. These people are just thinking they can do whatever they want to us, and they do, and they really do. Because why? Because we don't have the balls enough to get up and say, "Hey, I don't want that shit in our town." We do have a say so because this is our town too. We live here. We pay the tax dollars. I don't want that shit here. How many more people's life has to die? How many more people has to lose their life to diseases, to uh, something in the water? It's going to become out of that, become out of these deserts. What more do y'all have to lose to be able to stand up and say something? If a community, the townspeople stand up together, and everyone that votes no for the data centers, everyone that votes against it, it should make something shake, you would think, right? That's what you would think. But, nobody is going to do that. They would rather sit back and lose their families, their kids, their whatever. A lot of people can't have their water delivered to their house. There's some people that have to rely on the water that is coming, that they still have to pay for, but that is coming through their pipes from the city. And it is just crazy how these places are building this, and they know it's already affecting the water. It's affecting people that live around the area. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is bullshit. The United States is bullshit. It's never been free. They just do it in a way that makes you think. They disguise it, make you think it's a free country. It's not. It's a nasty, corrupt. We're all slaves in the United States. There's not just one race that are slaves. We're all slaves. And, it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse because it's meant to. And here I am talking about the God stuff again. But it's all set. The world is set up already. It really is. And it sucks because we are so screwed up. We have let the higher up people, the people that run the world and run the stuff, the food system, the food supply, the financial, the everything, that we've let them go on so long without standing up to them. And it sucks because it seems like we're so far in. What does the president need to be? Well, okay. Why is it okay for the president to be in the Epstein files and nothing happened? Why is it okay for a man, and I just seen this on the news the other day, a man that stole Legos, people, Legos to play with, Legos. Why was it okay for him to get 45 years for stealing Legos, but the people in the Epstein files, they don't do anything. They don't get any time. Make that make sense. Clock that. Make that make sense. How? Why? 45 years for stealing Legos? Is ridiculous. And the food that where do they get off that we have no say so over this lab grown meat? It's being put out. It's being shoved at people. They're going up on the fucking beef just so you switch to the lab grown meat. It's all about control. It's all about control. So they want to control everything. That's not a free country. It's not. And to where everything's going to go without a cashless society, where is that? Why? Well, not everybody wants to be without. Well, not everybody wants a cashless society. Not everybody wants to get brand new cars that turn off when you don't obey what the manufacturing person or whatever has in that car that they think you should obey. You know, not everybody wants to be forced to upgrading to a certain device or whatever. You know, and that's what they're forcing everybody to do. They're forcing everyone to stop eating beef from the cows. You know, they've poisoned our food enough. That's where all this cancer and all this is from. They lie and say, you know, whatever, but it's all a lie. And the fact that the United States or whatever cancer rate is so high proves everything that right there. Because, and another thing, they're not going to have all this technology and not have a cure for cancer. That's bullshit. And these fucking places that are on these TV commercials and that are on begging for money and wanting to take the people's money, wanting money when they know there's already a cure. Oh, to help find a cure. You stupid fucks. There's already a cure. There is. Believe me, there is. They just want to get more money out of the people by acting, oh, well, we're trying to find a cure. You have all this technology. You're doing all this with cars, turning them off, starting them, you know, doing whatever y'all want to do. You have all this, but you can't come up with a cure for cancer. You're fucking lying. You're lying. That's it. That's the bottom. That's it. That's a lie from the pits of hell. From the pits of hell. But American people are fucking spineless, apparently, and they're just going to lay down and take all this, you know. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people might not like it, but I don't care. It's the truth. You know, they're fucking us over left and right, our own government. You know, they fuck us over left and right with everything they possibly can. Our food, to our money, to our whatever. United States is not free. And it's better off for whoever to stay in their own damn country because, believe me, United States is a fucking trash. I wish I could get the fuck out of here because I would, but of course I can't. So, yeah. But believe me, if I could come up with just a little bit of money to get me somewhere else, I would go. But anyway, so that's the Cheesemate for today. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave your thought in the comments for the Cheesemate that was today. Anyways, may God bless y'all. And until next time, deuce out the roof. Bye.